everyone, Cassius here, welcoming you back to the Shakespeare Minute. Today on the Villains Countdown, we have villain number 19, Antonio from the Tempest. Antonio is yet another one of those usurping brothers. Just like Duke Frederick, he overthrew his brother Prospero to become Duke, this time of Milan. Now, Antonio's actions are mostly in the backstory, at least his actions relative to Prospero. This all happened years and years ago. He overthrew his brother, kicked him out on the raft with the niece Miranda, and just said, good luck to you, just go off and hopefully you're gonna die, but if not, it's not my problem. You're in Poseidon's realm now on the seas. Of course, Prospero and Miranda wash up on an island where they've been living for these past many years. So Antonio has been the Duke, and we don't really know what he's been up to in that interim. But then the titular Tempest happens, and he washes ashore with his friend Alonso from Naples, and Alonso's brother Sebastian, and Alonso's son Ferdinand. So Antonio is here and has the time mellowed him out at all, made him a bit more repentant. As it turns out, not really. The whole kill a brother to take over his throne thing, it's still very much on his mind, as proven by the plan that he rolls out to Sebastian.
Will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who's the next heir of Naples?
Caliban.
She that is Queen of Tunis? She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life?
What stuff is this? How say you?
Say this were death that now hath seized them. Why, they were no worse than now they are. There be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps. Oh, that to bore the mind that I do. What a sleep were this for your advancement. Do you understand me?
Methinks I do.
So Antonio is still going on about this. It's still his plan. Why does he have all this villainy still stored up even after getting his own personal goal for a while? Who knows? He's just a political maneuverer who's willing to place the people he wants on the throne. Maybe he feels simpatico with the younger brother who might take over if he could just bring himself to, commit the murders or, commit the usurpations that he needs to become the king. Now, it's hard to say if Sebastian originally would like this plan or no. You could probably interpret it either way, but it is Antonio's idea, or he's the one who rolls it out in the text. With Ferdinand supposedly out of the way, because Ferdinand gets separated from them, we don't know if he is even alive to take over the kingdom, so it's just Alonso standing in the way, and with that opportunity, Antonio urges Sebastian on to his fortune, which he claims Sebastian has let sleep by letting his brother live. Antonio's personality is also very interesting to me. He's very snarky. He's not pure evil in terms of everything he speaks is always, oh, I'm a villain and I'm gonna go do this. He's also just mean. He also has this kind of low pettiness to how he interacts with other people that takes away, a potential cartoony villain aspect to him. He's always cruel to Gonzalo, the old faithful advisor, who's also on the ship with them, who's just doing his best, but he's a little long-winded, a little Polonius-like, but he means well, and Antonio just finds him annoying and just always wants to point that out and say, we're laughing at you, we don't like you, and Sebastian gets into that kind of discussion with Antonio. They both have that pettiness, but Antonio then drives through it to say, well, actually you can commit murder as well as just kind of hating these people, which I think is interesting and certainly colors Antonio, as Shakespeare likes to do with his villains, trying to give them a personality on top of their base of evil. So again, Shakespeare does try to move past the types, the archetypes of these villains, which were very prominent in these times, and I think that for the rest of this list, and even of course for the characters that have come before, we're really going to see how Shakespeare wants to flesh them out and make them very real people as well as villains, and I think that's what makes Shakespeare's villains so interesting, and Antonio makes it very obvious that there's this kind of dark comic element to his character, as well as the villainy both in the backstory and the main story. So since this guy not only usurps his brother himself, but encourages others to do so, he jumps up slightly higher than the brothers that we've seen on the list so far to spot number 19. His crimes, not only usurping his brother, but encouraging others, and his motivation, ambition, brings Antonio to this spot on the list. Till tomorrow, I'm Cassius. Think of the world.
Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he's like that's dead, whom I, with his obedient steel, 3 inches of it can lay to bed forever, whiles you, doing thus to this ancient morsel, this Sir Prudence, who should not upbraid our course.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou gott's Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword.